Alright, so this is going to be my first video on one of my personal guns. So this is my personal AAP-01. I'm going to go through kind of some of the modifications, upgrades that I've done to it. And this is my personal gun that I use all the time. I'm going to cover the magazine first so I can set it off to the side, just so that way I can have some space to set my arms down. So magazine, I use just the stock AAP-01 magazines with the, I believe it's Janus Division Group, something like that. I have an extended base pad, and it is a functional extension, so I can get an extra 5, 7, 8 BBs in there, which is super nice. And it does still have the fill valve on the bottom there, so it's easy to fill my magazines. I don't have to remove the base plate every single time. I really like these super nice base plates. I really recommend these. And on here, that is my old Instagram name. I have since updated my Instagram name. My new Instagram is just at yhack_, and I have that posted in the description, or I have that in my bio for you there. You're welcome to follow me on that platform if you like. I'm going to set this off to the side. We're going to put that way up there. So now we're going to get onto the gun here. So with the gun, the first thing that's going to be standing out to a lot of you is going to be the trigger. This is the Cow G trigger. I decided I wanted only one piece on my gun to be super bright and flashy, and that was the trigger. Everything else is all going to be super tactical, and that's how it looks here. So G trigger, super nice. It's got the adjustability in there, so you can control how far back yours resets. Mine barely has enough space to reset, so it's going to be a very quick trigger pull on that guy. Continuing with the lower portion of my gun, I have the extended mag release by Action Army. So this is a part that they manufacture as an upgrade part. The cool thing is it is not just an extended mag release, it's also just an upgraded standard size mag release. So I can remove this extension piece, and I have just a normal metal magazine release, which is super nice if you want to have an upgraded metal magazine release, but you don't want to have the extension. This piece can do both for you there. One other part that's going to be bright and shining is going to be this piece up here. This is a pin from True Remedies, or Remcoat. Super nice company, super nice person. I got that pin in there, and then I also have one of his other pins on the other side, and that's going to be my trigger pin in there. I decided to go with gold for those. They're not super visible, and I wanted to upgrade them anyways, so I went ahead and did that. Right. So back onto this side, I have the thumb rest. The thumb rest is super duper comfortable, super nice. I'm going to show you that again here in a second. Just with this whole long upper, it's hard for me to show you with me holding it. But definitely recommend this guy. Probably one of the best external upgrades. It's super duper comfortable. Right, going on to the upper of my gun, I have the Black Mamba kit, and I have the one that does not have the scales, so I have the smooth version. I debated a lot if I want the scales or if I want the smooth version. Finally settled on the smooth version, and I am definitely happy with my choice. Now that I have it in person, I know I probably would not have liked the scaled version of this upper. I have the compensator on the gun. I have this thread locked on because I don't want it to come off. I do not use this upper with a trace unit. I only use this upper for target shooting competitions. So I don't need to have the front there. I don't need to have threads on the front, in my case at least. Up here we got my my red dot. This is going to be a Seymour style sight. This is probably the best red dot you can get for anything. It is a very, very large opening in there, super duper duper easy to look through. and gear target super easily. It doesn't have the problem that a lot of sites have with the whole small windows and all that sort of thing. This is a very, very large window, super easy to see, and I think it looks cool as well. The last external part on this gun that we're going to go over at this moment is the charging handle here. So I have the one from Action Army. This is the loop one, or the finger loop, thumb hole, whatever you want to call it. This one's super nice. I'm thinking about upgrading to the newer Narcos Airsoft charging handle. I just think that his is a little bit nicer than this one. So I'm probably going to be upgrading to that here shortly. I just got this before. We had those available in America, but now those are available in America, at least at one location that I'm aware of. So we are going to take the upper apart from the lower, and I'm going to show you a little bit more about the gun. So you always want to rack your gun, and then you press the button on the back here, and that's going to pop it out. And we're going to set the upper off to the side. We're not going to use that at the moment. So we're going to go over the internal upgrades. So I have the cow whole hammer set up in here. I was basically forced to upgrade this. I broke my my original hammer that came with the gun, so I had to upgrade. I upgraded to the Action Army hammer, and then I decided to upgrade to the cow hammer so I could get the whole upgrade kit in there. So that's what I have in there now. Super nice. It does actually make a difference. The gun shoots a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer now that I have that installed on there. We're going to go back to the thumb ramp because now I can actually show it to you, now that I don't have the super long barrel in the gun. It's super comfortable, so when you hold on to it, you can rest your thumb right up there on the ledge, and that is a way more comfortable than not having it there. After putting this on this gun, I'm never going back. I'm going to have this on all my pistols going forwards. But I really recommend this upgrade. Very functional. It allows you to negate any of the small amounts of recoil that this gun has, and basically when I have this thumb ramp and I have my big chunky metal receiver on this gun, there's zero recoil at all, which is super amazing, super nice, especially since I use the big upper for target shooting competitions and that sort of thing, competitive shooting. That's what I use this upper for. Now, I'm going to go over my second upper. I do actually have a second personal upper. It is this one. So I have the charging handle on the back here. It is the Action Army one again. I am really thinking about upgrading this to the Narcos brand. I just really like the Narcos brand of charging handle after putting on multiple guns recently. Super nice, super easy. It's a way nicer fit than this, which is surprising because this is made by the same company that makes the gun, but the Narcos one is going to be a way nicer fit than this is. On the gun, I have the RMR adapter, so basically it basically replaces the rear iron sight with an RMR mount. The red dot that is on here is a Vism flippy dot sort of thing. This is a temporary red dot. I'm waiting for one I have on order to come in. But eventually that will be swapped out on there. And then I have basically no barrel on this gun. So I had to cut the barrel in here, but I cut it to length, and it sits pretty perfect right there, which is super nice. This is the threads here is the steel connector that Action Army sells. So you can buy this, put this on your gun, and then you can you're normally supposed to put a like a silencer on there and run your inner barrel through the silencer, but I just wanted to have no barrel, so I basically did that. So I'm going to show you this on the gun here in a second, but before I do that, I'm going to go over the internals. So I do have the 140% recoil spring inside of the bolt. I had that on both of the guns, and then I have the hop-up chamber upgrade, and this I believe is the most important upgrade for the internals on this gun. So if you only want to do one upgrade, this is the upgrade that I recommend. It does a lot. So basically this thing, it clicks into whatever position you want it to hop at. So unlike the stock one, where the stock one is kind of like your normal pistol hop up, where you just kind of turn it and it kind of just friction fits into place. This one locks into place. So you get it set up, it's not going to move. I have had problems with these stock ones because I shoot this gun a lot. The stock gun, I have had the hoppas walk on me multiple times, and they basically walk until either it's at max hop or minimum hop, and that's no good for me at least. But yeah, so I have both the hop up and the 140% recoil in both guns. That's just the way that I have it. Probably the only upgrade you really need on the top. Not a lot of other upgrades currently on the market. And you can do a short stroke system in the gun. I do not like short stroke systems, so I did not put them in either of my guns, but that is an option for you. I will warn you, they are just 3D printed short strokes. They're not going to be fully machined short strokes, which is unfortunate. So if you buy short strokes online for this gun, they are all 3D printed. None of them are going to be machined or molded. They're all just going to be made on a 3D printer. So we're going to put this upper on the gun so you can see what it looks like on there. I'm going to set that farther off to the side. So we're going to put this guy on just like that. And there you go. You have my CQB pistol. This is the upper that I use when I play with this gun. So I get about 250 FPS if I have it just like this. Where I have nothing in the front. I get about 250 FPS, which is perfectly fine for indoors. It shoots straight. It goes across the whole arena here where I play. And I do have a 601 barrel in there that I cut and reamed out. So that definitely helps with the velocity of my gun. So if you do this, you're going to want to have a tight bore barrel. You want to make sure it's always clean. And you're going to have to make sure that there's no imperfections or anything like that on the gun. Sometimes I will put a tracer unit on here. If I put a tracer unit on this, I will get an additional like 10, 20 or so FPS is what I found. So if I want to have just a little bit more FPS, I'll put that on, or if I want to use the tracer function, I will put that on. Now I'm going to go back to the magazine. I'll show you what the magazine looks like in the gun. I think this base pad looks super nice in the gun. So I'm going to grab the magazine here, and we're going to put it into the gun. And it lines up perfectly. So it lines up super nice. It looks super duper clean, at least in my opinion. I don't use the magwell because the magwell, I think it looks kind of ugly when you have the base plates in. So I just keep the magwell off. I've practiced enough that I don't really gain any advantage over having the magwell versus not having it. So I just keep it off. I just enjoy the aesthetic of it without the magwell on the gun. So that's about it for me here on this video. This is my first video about guns in my personal collection. So it's going to be in a whole new playlist. I'm starting it here as soon as this video drops. And there will be more future videos for some of my other guns. I have a lot of high kappa pistols. I have a Glock. I have some other guns that I'm going to be showing here on this channel. To show you what upgrades that I use and kind of what I go for when I play. But that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a nice day.